Hi guys, Kimberly here, Jamberry Nails independent consultant. Might look a little bit different today. I've got my nerd glasses on. I live in the desert and it is dry. I tried starting this video in my contacts and it was not happening. Today's video is all about applying your Jamberry nail wraps. Hopefully you've already watched my how to prep your nails video. If you haven't, head on over there and take a look at it. I'll link it below so that you can check that out. But just to give you a quick rundown, quick and dirty, I've done all my nails so far except for one, the one that I'm going to show you how to apply. I recommend doing one nail at a time. A lot of benefits to that. I talk about that in my other video. So what I've done so far is I've dried my nails out, I've cut my cuticles, I have pushed them back with a cuticle pusher before I did that, wiped them down with some alcohol wipes, gave them a little buff, wiped it down with some acetone, and then with my handy dancer mini heater, I dried it off after I wiped it down with the acetone. Today I'm going to be showing you how to apply Arrow. I love this design. It's like a coral color. So the really nice thing about nail wraps is that they come on a clear background. Because of that, you can match up your nail to see which one fits the best. Now you always want to err on the side of a smaller wrap. If the wrap touches your skin at all, it will lift and it'll eventually fall off much sooner than it should. They should last up to 2 weeks. So if you touch skin though, dirt can get under there, oil can get under there, and they're gonna not last as long. So a method that I love to use, which you might have seen if you have gone on Pinterest at all, is the tape method. So I'll literally take a piece of Scotch tape. I'm gonna put it over my nail. And then let's go back to 3rd grade, or probably kindergarten, preschool, let's be real. And then trace right on the tape where your nail is. So I have a trace there. I take it off. And then, now be really careful about this because the first time I tried the tape method, I put it on the back of the sheet, which you don't want to do because then you end up getting your outline cut backwards on your nail. You have to go straight on the front. I definitely made that mistake the first time I did it. So then I'm going to go ahead and line up. So I have pretty skinny nail beds, so I'm that second one. You can see that I'm almost exactly with the nail wrap, except a little bit on the bottom. I don't have a perfect curve, and that bugs me. So I like to cut it kind of perfectly. Now I like to cut it straight on the wrap. Some people like to take it off. I like to cut it straight on the wrap. So take my handy dandy scissors and I am cutting. Okay. Then once you do that, I just take the tape right off. It's not going to come off for me right now because I'm doing a video. Normally it comes right off. There we go. Take the tape off. Okay, now from there, and you'll notice in the preparation video I said I'm scared of these. I'm scared of these for these orange sticks for prep. I love using them for application. So what I do is I kind of find the middle of the wrap and then I jam it straight up like that. Because you don't want any dirt or anything getting underneath your wrap. So by doing that, you're avoiding touching it. Then from there, let's move this down a little bit. I will cut on the other side. And then I kind of like to stick it to the orange stick so that it doesn't go anywhere. Get my mini heater. Turn it on. Hold it in front of it for 5 to 10 seconds or until it starts to curl. You'll see it kind of curled. See how that curled? So that means it's nice and warm. I'm going to actually wipe my finger down with the alcohol wipe because it's been a little while since I did that. and oils can come back. So give it a quick wipe. I'll dry that off real quick. All right. So my wrap is heated. Now I have a lot more control with my hands. So I grab it a little bit on the end. That part's not going to be on my nail, so you don't have to worry about oil or anything getting underneath there. So then start from the bottom. Now I press really lightly when I first do it because you might need to adjust. And then kind of go from the base and I pull. Go from the base and I pull. And the reason I do that is because I feel like you get a tighter fit if you kind of give it a tug. All right, so I heat it up again with my little heater. I warm it up again. Turn it off. Grab my cuticle pusher. And then I press. Get down at the bottom, down near my cuticles. You want to make sure you're not hitting any skin, because if you get any skin, like I said, it's going to come off. So push and push in. Okay, now you'll notice that there's a ton left over. Grab your scissors. Now I don't cut it facing me. I cut it away from me so that I can see the shape of my nail. So I cut it along my nail so I don't accidentally cut my nail. Okay, take that little extra off. So now I'm kind of looking better here. I heat it again. You can always add more heat. Adding too much heat, there's no such thing as adding too much heat. Adding too hot of heat though, if you have, some people will use like a hot iron or an iron, I'm not that brave, you can melt the wrap, so you definitely want to be careful about that, but too much heat isn't a bad thing. Okay, so I'm just pressing with my thumb, just pressing. Okay, so one step left, but is filing. You can't do that though until it's cold. So if you're really impatient, you could get an ice pack and cool it down. What I will do is I will normally do my whole hand before I file. And then once my whole hand is done, then I'll file. Then I'll go on to my left hand. I do my left hand first, then I'll go on to my right hand, do one nail at a time. Once my whole hand is done, I'll file at the end. Okay, so now Jamberry teaches you to file in a 90-degree angle. I like to file more this degree. I don't know, is that 45 degrees? Because I use my nails to pick at things. If you're trying to get keys in your keychain or you're trying to pick up a sticker, I like to show a little bit of nail, very little, so you can't really even tell. But I file it this way. That way, whatever I'm using my fingernails for doesn't pull my wrap up. So I just file a little bit like that. Got it. They recommend you don't go from side to side. I kind of do after I go at a 90-degree angle just so I can get the rest of the vinyl off. Okay. It's all a little piece. I'll heat it up again. Smooth it again. And there you have it, my friends. I hope this was helpful. Go ahead and head on over to my Facebook page, give it a like, I'll link it below. Shoot me an email if you have any questions, and I hope you have a wonderful jamming day. Thanks, guys.